Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm your girl KristianRacquel. I hope you're here to stay, and if you are, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get 400 subscribers, and hit that bell just in case you want to stay notified of when I drop every day. So today's video will be about my loc journey, my regrets, some tips that I may have. So if you want to know about my locs, continue to watch. So I started my locs. Well, I started going natural shortly after I had Savannah, and it was kind of like a forced thing because my hair was falling out completely. I was going through a big depression, and my hair just was not cooperating, and that's part of postpartum as well. You know, after birth your hair goes crazy sometimes, but this time after birth and then postpartum depression, it was really like going crazy. My hair was thinning out. My hair is thick. If you watch my videos, my daily vlogs, and you know when my hair isn't freshly twisted, you know my hair is extremely thick, and it just was falling out. So I was going back and forth when I wanted to start my locs, but I decided to start them in December, and I twisted them myself. I finger coiled them. I wanted to do them myself because I knew the exact size, you know, the thickness and all that. I knew what I wanted, so I decided to do them myself. You gotta wait 3 weeks. So for all you newcomers, when you get someone to do them for you, hopefully they will tell you before you get your basically official retwist. You have to wait a good 3, maybe a month, depending on your hair, to lock. And I think I waited a good month because I didn't get my hair officially twisted up until my birthday, which everybody knows is January 26th. So from December up until January 26th, it was like a good month. So I got it officially twisted in January, which started the process of my locs. My hair was, I waited till my hair was a decent length. It wasn't too much, but it was like, it was baby, so it was like about here when I finally got my hair twisted. I will say, tip number 1, do your research. Just like how you would research new weaves and things of that nature, new products, do your research on locs as far as the maintenance, you know, how to keep them up, what shampoos to use, what products, you know, anything. Just research. That's what I did up until I finally decided to loc. I researched everything because I wanted to be well educated before I went on ahead with the process. So rule number 1, tip number 1, do your research. Okay, so for me, I will go a good 3 to 4 months. The longest that I have been without a retwist has been 6 months. And that's tip number 2. Do not, I repeat, I know, you know, sometimes they be looking a little unkept, you know, looking a little bushy, but you can style it in different ways while it's bushy to make it look neat. But do not retwist your hair every time it's, you know, it starts to get loose up here, because all you're doing is just damaging your hair for the long run. You know, with dreads, you will come with the heaviness and things of that nature. So not only is your dreads heavy, which could cause in the long run thinning out, you know, on your head, but you retwisting your hair constantly will help that process of thinning out. So tip number 2, do not retwist your hair every time it gets a little bushy, a little fuzzy, because you're doing damage to your hair. You know, style it, do whatever you can to keep it neatly bushed. Like if it's really bushy, after I wash it, I'll braid it down because that keeps it managed a little bit. But do not retwist your hair because you're just damaging it in the long run. So my longest has been 6 months, but I will go about every 3 to 4 months. And it all depends really though, how if I got somewhere to go in the next couple months is when also. So if it's been about 2 months and I know I got something coming up, then I'll just hit that 3-month mark. But I don't retwist my hair very often. The products that I use are very lightweight half the time because I'm just afraid of buildup and having to go through that process of trying to get all that buildup out your hair. So everything I use is light oils, nothing too heavy, unless I really need to moisturize my hair, or if I'm pulling my hair up in a ponytail or something in a bun, that's when I would use like the heavy things to really make sure while my hair is up that it stays moisturized. So like I'll use olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, serums, and black castor oil is my best friend. And for edge controls, I usually don't use edge controls unless I really need to. But lately, since I've been wearing a bonnet, the bonnet has been helping me keep my edges laid down flat and not looking too bushy. So that's another tip. If you do use edge control, I will use like a light finger, and then if you use like a toothbrush, you know, to kind of get it together, I will use water to kind of really get it all in your head, and use one that doesn't have that really bad buildup. So what I like to use, the argan oil, Cream of Nature argan oil edge control, or Eco Styler gel. I use that as well. But be careful about your buildup. Keep your hair washed. Now for me, my con that I do to myself, I do not wash my hair a whole lot. I just gotten used to it, but I recommend, you know, you wash your hair as often as you please. But for me, because I don't put a lot of stuff in my hair, I don't wash it as often. When I do, I make sure I really deeply cleanse it and I give it a good conditioner when I do. Make sure this will be tip number 3, keep your hair wrapped up at night or when you just walking around or things of that nature. The thing that I'm now having to deal with is lint that got trapped in the back of in the back part of my dreads. So like the last couple rows, I have really bad lint stuck in my hair. And that's just from me not really wearing a bonnet to sleep and anything that you wear and things of that nature. So now what I do, I take a brush, especially like right before I wash my hair, or when I know that maybe I had wore something that would have gotten lint in my hair, I'll take a brush and just go through my hair really good to make sure that I got the lint out of my hair. So but keep your hair wrapped up, keep your hair moisturized. And for me, I love my locks. I'm so glad that I made this decision to lock my hair. It's absolutely fitting, if I do say so myself. I colored it 2 weeks ago. This is right now is a semi-permanent blue black, but I was blonde before, and I like blonde. For me, as far as coloring goes, if you don't feel comfortable coloring your hair, I would just go to a professional. But I go to my mother, and sometimes I may do it. But I don't bleach my hair. I will never bleach my hair. I had bad experiences with bleach, so I will always use box dye. And for box dye, for me to dye my hair, I will at least need 2 boxes, maybe 3, depending on, like with the black, I needed a lot. Like I needed at least 3 bottles, and when I go back, I probably need 2. But when I was blonde, I just needed 2 boxes. So just for, depending on your length and how thick your hair is, will determine your, how much box dye you would need, unless you go to a professional. But other than that, I love my locks. If you are thinking about it, I really, encourage you to go ahead with it. The journey has been good so far. I stopped going to the hairdresser just because it was very tight. She would do extremely tight, which it lasted longer, but just thinking about all that manipulation and how tight it was, I was just worried. I was just worried. So now I do it myself, which again, I researched on how to do it, what to use. And now I come to a comfortable grip on my hair, so where it's not really tight, but it's still tight, so at the end of the day it looks like I just got a touch up. And I think that's about it. You know, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Maybe it's something that I missed. Maybe it's something that you have questions on and you want answers from. But I say, if you want to go ahead and get your hair locked, go ahead and get it. Just do your research. You know, if you go to a hair salon and you're not really feeling how they did it the first time, do not go back at all, because that's just messing you up. Research, you know, places to go that's within your neighborhood, and most of all, just do your research, because you don't want to go into something being uneducated about. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, if I missed anything, leave it down in the comment section. Ask some questions. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.